I'm Michael Reel, and this is REELURBANNEWS.com. We recently spent the evening with the Fly Poets, a cadre of talented musicians, artists, and poets. RodZilla, thanks for being with us.
No problem, bro.
Talk about your show tonight. What was special about it?
It was special because this is at the Savoy, man. They redid it. It's all sexy in here. It looked nice, man. It looks really good. It's like I'm on a ghetto spaceship or something. It's good, man.
Some kind of cruise ship, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. It's real sexy in here. I like what they did to it. But it was good, man. Especially Fly Poet, because that crowd by itself, real smart, educated, urban crowd. It was real sexy in there, man.
Mm-hmm. How important is that for a comedian to have a good crowd, a solid crowd?
It's everything, because I feel like when the crowd is mature and they like to listen, it gives you time to explore, gives you room to explore, man. So like I said, today, I just had fun. I didn't really have no agenda or set I wanted to do, and I was just flowing with it. It felt good, man. You
ran the gamut. You talked about family.
Yeah.
Started off with that. Talk about that whole set.
Well, particularly, I try to write from my heart, and like that's everything I talk about my family that's actually true and true to scale. A little embellished with my mom, but it's still, that's how my family is with them arguing and everything. But all I'm saying is, if she think OJ did it, I can't get with it. You are hilarious. Instead of saying S-H-I-T, she be like, sugar, honey, iced tea. Y'all need to spray up in here. It smell like sugar, honey, iced tea up in this burger chicken house. I can't breathe. Instead of saying F-U-C, I don't give a flying ugly Chinese kick. What's going on? Y'all need to spray up in here. It smell like sugar, honey, iced tea up in this burger chicken house. Hell, Jam, talk to me. Like, calm down. It's a joy to have all these experiences in my life, things I've been through with my family, my folks, and even just my own personal stuff, and be able to translate it to the people where people get it, you know? Because a lot of stuff actually comes from pain, but people don't know, so they just laugh at it. So it's dope to be able to translate my thoughts, my feelings, and put it in a way where people get it. Like, yo, I know somebody like that. Yo, my mama's super slave too. My mama, you know what I'm saying? So it's a great feeling, man.
In the middle. See, in the window, you can see so much of the horizon. Like, it reminds you of the future, or like the sad past, practically forcing contemplation. See, that's why I like the middle. You know, not the aisle seat, man, because I don't want folks just to have willy-nilly access to me. I want that Unabomber solitude, man. I got my iPad on. I'm disconnected to the world, but my Wi-Fi is strong.
Man, well, I did 3 covers. I did No Ordinary Love by Sade. I did Crazy CeeLo, and I did How Does It Feel D'Angelo. And it was crazy. It was a really cool experience. My first time being at Fly Poets, and I'm into poetry anyway. So that's actually how I started out writing, was poetry. So it was a cool event to be a part of.
Talk about this crowd. How were you received?
I felt good about it. I mean, I was interested to see how it was going to happen, because obviously I was the only singer on the bill. But yeah, they received it really well. I felt good about it. I was getting a lot of love, so it was cool.
And you've toured all around the world. How does a crowd like here at the Savoy compared to crowds in Europe and other parts of the globe?
You know what? I think anytime you're here, you have an honest crowd. You know what I mean? Like pretty much in the States, it's a pretty honest crowd. So if you're not doing a good job, you're not doing a good job.
They'll tell you.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be positive feedback for something that's not good. So if you can win them over, you got it.
I gave you all the love, yeah, I gave you all I could give. I gave you love. I gave you all that I have inside, and you took my love. You took my love. Didn't I tell you what I believe? Somebody say that a long night comes won't last, and didn't I give you all that I got to, baby? I keep crying, I keep on trying for you.
What's next for you?
I am working on my new EP, and I am going to Europe for a month, and I have some shows in London and Paris, and I'll be touring with Chris Brown, and that's what I'm working on the next month.
In this world of social media, what's the best way to reach you?
You can get me at Jaden the Cure, Twitter, Facebook.com/Jaden the Cure, or JadenTheCure.com.
What's special about that name, Jaden the Cure? I know there's a backstory to it. Can you tell us just real brief?
Yeah, short version of the story. I was asked to perform at Quincy Jones' house in Bel Air. They were celebrating his catalog and his music, so they had me sit in his living room at his piano and play a few of his songs, and I also played a few of my songs, and we ended up having a conversation, and that's where he gave me the name, The Cure. So.
And it's been the cure-all.
Yes, yeah, if he calls it, then that's what it is.
Fair enough, thank you.
Cool, thanks a lot, man.
I'm awkward socially. When I see a fine woman out, and I'm gonna talk to her purposely. I was there, but I won't talk. Won't talk, but don't gawk. I'll plot. You can try to find out her name. Then search her out on Facebook. Anything you want to know? Shit, man. Anyone can have swag over email.
I'll get him I'll show that. Do that. Definitely.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Dope, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Appreciate it, fam.
Yes. Likewise, man. Likewise.
No doubt.
Likewise.
Experiences with America. One of my personal experiences with America. And it took a minute, you know, because, well, I'm a black man. So my mind reflexively defaulted to flashes of red and blue stained on my rear view.
Tonight in your poetry, you talked about Africa.
Mm-hmm.
What's the impact of Africa in your poetry?
Well, in that particular poem, it was, you know, very much a true story of me being in, you know, in my notion of my motherland and grappling with that and getting the news of hearing about this this black professor, this African American professor, and all the African American students at my campus. They literally shut the school down. News vans were out there. They had to sit in. I mean, it was a real civil rights movement at the campus and I was so conflicted with not being able to be there, and yet where I was, literally in Africa, a few days later, like I said, you know, in a van surrounded by rioters and fearing for my life, and all because they couldn't vote.
Time to just go home, which they did, but not before they grabbed whatever stick or bottle was within reach, marched those shattered streets with rage clenched in their fists, and stripped that city on fire. We, 17 study abroad students, were instantly surrounded by rioters brandishing clubs and torches, rocking our van side to side, staring at those eyes of hatred and defeat, and hurling one question from the flames in their lungs: "Est-ce que vous êtes français? Are you French?"
And they didn't have the ability to fight in that same way that we had these freedoms in America, and I just grappled with that. And so as I was on this voting tour, trying to figure out how I, as a black man, try to get people to vote in the face of what happened in 2000, you know, in Florida.
My loneliness. See, there are only two types of names that appear on my caller ID. It's yours and anybody else's. And sometimes let me a prospect of seeing the former is the only reason I answer my phone at all. Woman, you make me want to do dumb shit. Like go to the ATM and pull out $40. Damn it! That is all I wanted was $40. And then on the impulse add an extra zero to it, head straight to the airport and catch a cross-country flight to you. Because as far as I'm concerned, a last-minute plane ticket is $300. And a cab ride to your home, that's $55. And a dozen red roses is $45. But the thick swell of love that lights up those tandem sunsets you call eyes, when you see me standing at your doorway, priceless.
So, this is a test. See how well you're paying attention. Norton Wisdom! Supportive, saying, show me right, man, when I think I'm wrong, man. She sings songs that move melanin to harmony. She my G, man. See, thing my mama ain't even seen and made my scenery, my environment, my troposphere. We listen to Marvin Gaye like, hear my...
Well, you know what's amazing is the poets. The only thing I do right is hide behind people that are really brilliant. And that's sort of why I'm so successful, because, you know, I'm really fortunate enough to be able to perform with people that really have a voice, really have they have a purpose. There's a momentum to what goes on here at Fly Poet. It's inevitable. It feels like right and inevitable, and I just kind of swept along with it. And
what's going through your mind though when you're creating these images that are so vivid? Don't say nothing.
Absolutely nothing. No, I just stay out of the way and let the poets take me. Let the musicians also. I just let it flow through me, and because if they could smell that I had an agenda, they would burn me. Sure. They would go in the opposite direction just because they're in the now, and if I'm going to be on stage with people like that, I have to be in the now.
Describe your art.
Well, I've only been doing it for about 30 years, so I'm not quite sure. You know, the minute I think it's something, it's something else. What I do is I paint on stage. I'm really lucky. I just got back from Japan. I tour the world. It's taking me around the world, and basically what I do is just find images and a narrative in music and poetry that might be overlooked or lost in our sort of civil consciousness. I mean, most of us are so sort of oversaturated with imagery.